Hey guys, Maniac here. I'm here with some more Maniac reviews, and today for Maniac reviews, I'm gonna be reviewing the amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man can. Watch out! Cause here comes the Spider-Man. Alright, so the Amazing Spider-Man 2, or as I like to call it, Spider-Man 3 2. First things I want to mention is, when I went into this movie, I went in scared with fears, alright? And I'm going to get into those fears. But there is some things that bring up some memories, and not good ones in this movie. Another thing is that for the next little while, I'm probably not going to have a review every Saturday. I'm just going to try to save money and see movies when I can, how I can, because I do not get paid on a high salary. My apologies that I'm not rich. But let's get into it. So we'll start off with characters. We have Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone, Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, Harry Osborn, Electro, or Max Dillon, played by Jamie Foxx. And just trying to think if there's any kind of other major ones. That's kind of, in my opinion, those are the four main ones. Now, as far as theirs go, their character development and it was kind of, for the first two, for Peter Parker and Emma Stone, Gwen Stacy, their kind of character development was already established in the first movie, so there's not that much to them, because mostly people will have probably seen the first one. That's what they're hoping. So yeah, but with Harry and Electro, you're just kind of thrown in with them. You're just kind of, they're there. They mention stuff from their backstory, but you're never explained their backstory, so you don't know what it's a reference to, because you never get explained it at all in the movie. But yeah, so let's go on to storyline. Alright, so the storyline for this movie is the same as any Spider-Man story. Basically, and by Spider-Man, in case if you guys haven't caught on, it's Spider-Man. I just say it that way because it's fun. Storyline goes, basically, Peter Parker is dealing with drama with his girlfriend. All the while, he's trying to get the memories out of Gwen Stacy's dad out of his head. And there's the conflicting interest there that lasts for about 20 minutes in the film and then is thrown out the window, but then brought back at the very last second of the film. And then he has to fight his old friend who's gone insane, and some other random guy that he saved on the street that has also gone insane. That's about it. That's as best as I think I can explain it. So as far as the storyline goes, and the story in this, to me, it feels like one big trailer for the Sinister Six. Because after this, they're making the Sinister Six movie that comes out in 2016, I believe. So I feel like this was just one big setup for that. Now, I'll get into that in a second, why I think that was a bad version, because some of you may be thinking, well, what about, the Avengers? Most of them are, like, everything's a setup for Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, or even Phase 1 was set up for Avengers. I'll get into that in a bit, but, so let's go into the negatives and positives. Alright, so negatives and positives. There's a big list for this in this movie, so I'm going to try to shorten it up as best as I can. I'm going to start off with positives. Positives was Electro. I really like Jamie Foxx as Electro. They did a great job casting him to be Electro, and he just fit the role perfectly, because in the beginning, before he actually becomes Electro, when he's Max Dillon, he is, he's funny, he's the geeky guy that no one really knows about. And it reminds me of like his older days when he was on like Saturday Night Live, because I watched that. That's kind of like, I like that version of Jamie Foxx. That's one of the things. But then once he comes into Electro, he becomes the award-winning, the Oscar-winning Django Unchained, that type of actor. And I like the way that it kind of transitions, and same with, I like the way that they had that role was really good. Other than that, there were some good funny moments in the movie, like they try to do in any Marvel movie. The action was good when it was there. There were some parts where I was just like, what? So, with that, I gotta go on to negatives, because I feel like there's a lot in this. The biggest fear I had coming into this movie was that it was going to come out like Spider-Man 3. So many villains that there's just so much stuff dropped, and that they eventually kind of lose sight of the original story, which is what ended up happening as we went on in the story. It drew away from the fact that Peter doesn't want to be with Gwen because of what her dad said before he died in the last movie, and that's haunting him. And Electro being somebody who just wants to be noticed, somebody who wants to be loved, kind of thing, right? And it draws away to become other stuff, and it ends up just being, here's the Sinister Six. Alright? Wait for about another 2 years for that movie to come out. Thank you for watching this one, though. Thank you for giving us money. It comes to the point where Rhino is shown, alright? Rhino's kind of big in the trailer, too. He's in there for about a total, him in the actual suit is in there for a total of 5 minutes at the very end of the movie. I thought that, they had taken it out for some reason. They did take away one scene that you see in the trailer, which is, Peter, Oscorp's has had you under surveillance. That went totally out the window, and I think that was meant for a different part, and I think they threw that out so they could have this jumbled up story. It gets to the point where I would say about an hour and 30 minutes into the movie, you're kind of left going, wait, what happened to this? Same thing with Spider-Man 2. The exact same thing happened. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was a great movie. I love this one. And I feel like it had that second sequel curse. I see it with other movies. I've seen it with Jurassic Park is one of the big ones for me. There's other ones like Ice Age. Basically, any kind of movie, I feel like it's going to fall off now. After this happening, I feel like it's going to fall off. Kind of, same thing with Iron Man 2, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 1, great movie. Iron Man 2, crappy movie. Iron Man 3, great movie again. They see what they do wrong in the second movie, and then they step it up. I'm hoping that that's what they'll do for Sinister Six, because if they don't, then that's just going to be, they can't continue this, because I think once Sinister Six comes out, they can do a lot more. Now, of course, at the end, even the end credits, nothing to do with Spider-Man. It's all Sinister Six, Sinister Six, Sinister Six. Here's Chameleon or Mysterio. Here's Kraven. Here's Vulture. Here's Ock. Here's Goblin. Here's Rhino. And here's Electro. It shows all that stuff off, and you're left there going, what the F? Why not combine? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, there's so much that they leave out for Sinister Six, but because of that, I feel like there's something that's gonna go wrong. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a Spider-Man movie. I feel like it is a trailer movie. It is a movie to set up for something else. Now, Avengers, on the other hand, Avengers is totally different, because Avengers, Captain America sets up, but they still make it a good movie. They don't push the fact of the next movie. They make it so it's a nice segue into the next movie. This movie's kind of like a Hobbit thing, where it's like, wait for another year or so to find out what happens. It's like a horrible cliffhanger at the end of for example, at the end of season, what are we at? Season 4? Yeah, season 4 for Walking Dead. For season 5, you have a giant cliffhanger. Everybody's just going there, do I have to be October? But it ends up being one of those things, and because of that, I gotta give this movie a 3 out of 5. It just, there needs to be a lot more closure. There's very little closure in this movie, and I think that's what I'm going for. And because of that, I don't see that I'll see this movie again unless if I forget about it because of, and then before I go to see Sinister Six when that movie comes out. But other than that, yeah, it's guess if you guys are really interested in the Sinister Six, this is one of those movies that I would recommend waiting to see if you like it until it comes out on DVD. Don't go see it in the movie theaters because movie theaters nowadays are pretty expensive. But I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next week when I hopefully will do Neighbors. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Whatever, Mike. He's gonna dragon. Peace out.